Hey, what's up everybody? It's Mike from Cornfield Customs, and I have a little bit of a different type of video series I'm going to work on. I wasn't going to post any of this, but my wife thought it would be a good idea because there are a lot of people doing ambulance conversions out there. I figured I would go ahead and document some of this process. So we had a Econoline motorhome, and we had sold it a while back, and we didn't really need all the space the motorhome had. And it was a V10 gas motor, and I would prefer a diesel for as much as I travel, especially pulling a trailer. So I found this 97 E450 with a 7.3 power stroke in it. It was a really nice unit, and it had already been partially converted. Some of the stuff had taken out, they put nice floors in. So that's where I am now. I already started doing some things, which I'll show you what I've gotten accomplished so far, and then I'll do my best to document the rest of the process. So let me grab the camera, I'll kind of show you what I've done and a little bit of a walkthrough and kind of where our plans are going. So let me grab the camera and I'll show you what we got. So first thing is these old windows. They didn't have any sliders in them. The gaskets are coming out and somebody did some shoddy repairs on it. So this was the one that was in there. Like I said, I've done some work already, so I already went ahead and replaced one of the windows. It's an all-new unit. It's got a slider in it with a screen. That way we can get some airflow through when we're hanging out if the weather is good. So you can see the size difference there. I had to trim a couple inches out of the door to raise that up. So I will document doing this window since I'd already went ahead and done one. And then inside, I have taken out some of the cabinets here, and I'm gonna put some plywood in here, and this is where our bed is gonna be. So we're gonna have a full-size bed sideways across the back of the ambulance box. And like I said, I took all those cabinets out, some of the inner structure to hold those cabinets, and from here I have to replace some of the insulation and kind of do some plywood work and then frame up for the bed. So that's one of the next things that I'm going to do after I get the other window done. And the new flooring is in, which that was already in there when we bought it. So we don't have to do a whole lot. I'm going to take out some of the electronics for the strobes and the ambulance part since we're not going to use any of that. And then we're eventually going to put a bathroom here in this corner with a small shower. And I'll show you kind of the outside and some of the plans we have for there. All right, so here's the ambulance overall. It's in really good shape. It's got a little bit of damage and dings, but I mean, it is almost 30 years old. So really happy with it. Got a really good deal on it. It has low miles, it's right at 161,000 miles. So in this compartment is going to be all the electronics. So we're going to have our automatic transfer switch to go from shore power to generator, then our breaker panel, and that'll be for our 110, and then we'll have a fuse box for our 12-volt system, and I'm going to put our inverter in here as well. So all of our electrical will be in this compartment. And then our freshwater tank will be underneath the bed in the back. And in this compartment, this is where we're going to put the generator. So we're going to probably get a Predator 5,000 watt generator and make sure that we pipe out the exhaust out of the bottom, insulate this a little bit more, and we'll put some vents in the doors. And then in this compartment here, I'll do a shelf across, and at the bottom will be our propane tank storage and just some miscellaneous storage, probably for anything else we need for the motorhome side. Wastewater dump hoses and all that stuff can be stored here. And then we will still have one spare compartment here. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it yet. I might just do all of our water system. So our hot water heater, we're going to do a tankless instant hot water system, and then our water fill and all of that stuff could be in here as well. I haven't 100% decided on that part yet. So that's kind of where we are. I'm going to start by doing the other window here at the back. So yeah, that's the project that I'm working on for our new little motorhome. And I'm sure a lot of you guys back at home are like, man, doesn't this guy have enough projects? Well, I'm not the kind of guy that can sit around and do nothing, and I like to keep busy and I like to have a bunch of different projects. So as I get bored on one or I just need to take a break from it, I can move on to another one. And this one is, again, a personal project, so it only gets worked on in the evenings and on the weekends, and it's kind of a joint project between me and my wife. That way, hopefully we can use it, travel the country more, going to race events and other car events. So yeah, I've got a lot of projects, but again, I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't party. All I do is work and tinker. So lots of projects kind of keep me sane. And yeah, I mean, I like a lot of projects and I like to keep busy. So hopefully this project is going to be interesting for you guys. If it's not, just make sure to skip over any of the stuff you see about the ambulance, because that's going to be mainly what this is retrofitting and upgrading this into a little motorhome. So thanks for checking this one out. If that's your cup of tea, I'll do my best to keep filming and updating you on the ambulance conversion. If not, like I said, just skip over these and we'll keep moving forward with some of the other video projects. Since I went ahead and swapped out the first window, I'm going to go ahead and do the second window. So first things first, I got to take this inner trim section out, and then I can remove the old window, and then we will lay out for the height difference of the new window, cut that out with a jigsaw, and get the new window put in place. Thanks again for checking this out. Make sure to subscribe, drop a comment, tell some friends so I can continue to get this channel to grow.
Hold on, let me take my time.
All right, so that wraps up our second window install on the back of the ambulance. I did it the same way I did on the first one. And before I installed the window, I went ahead and put a generous bead of flexible latex sealant with silicone in it, just to help make sure that it seals up against the body of the ambulance. I don't know if that's necessarily necessary on these windows because it doesn't talk about using a sealant, but I'd rather be safe than sorry than have any kind of water intrusion problem. So I went ahead and put that 40-year latex sealant on there. And from here, we can go inside and start the plywood install and insulation where the bed's going to be and get all that framed up. But that'll be on the next episode. So thanks for checking out this episode, and I will continue on the bus. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.